Chance the Rapper scanned by a luxury brand insider. Yes, you heard this correctly. This is from my guy, Hello Yassine's channel.
Got a letter from Chance's lawyers. I'm just laughing at this point because there's no way this happens. How does Chance the Rapper have lawyers?
How does Chance the Rapper have lawyers?
Is that a real question?
Guys got lawyers out here, man.
Almost everybody has lawyers at that level.
With like on retainer.
On retain, yeah, like a regular, like, oh, I call my friend, and after I call my friend, I'm gonna call my lawyer real quick.
Or at least Legal Shield.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So him being shocked by Chance the Rapper having lawyers is weird.
He does, and they wanted us to forfeit all of the hats, and then we had to show how much we made from the hats and give him that money, as well as cease and desist and not sell them in the future.
Sounds like he had a drop shipping hat business.
Yeah, it sounds like he has something. He had some sort of drop shipping. He had some hat that he was selling as a Chance hat, I think.
As a Chance hat, and probably didn't have it all in even in inventory. Like it was probably just on demand drop shipping. I think he finessed Facebook ads. This is a couple years ago. Go ahead.
And supposedly, you know, most of our revenue came from these hats. I won't confirm or deny, but I went into the back end and switched around the lowest selling product we had, which probably only shifted a couple of units that week, at most maybe one, and just renamed it on the back end to Chance the Rapper 3 hat. I took that hat from the back end.
Hold on. So he scammed him by selling his merchandise, and then he scammed his lawyers again by taking his
when they
sheets.
said we need to cease and desist and we need to see everything that you sold and we need that money, he was like, oh, I'm gonna switch the titles out for the lowest selling product, so that SKU
Swap it
item
out.
says it only sold 3 items when there's this other one that sold thousands.
Yeah, go ahead.
And renamed it to like Red Hat, something like that. I export the dashboard and I'm like, hey, we're really sorry. We have 3 hats in inventory and we sold 2 and it made us $60. I'll send you the money and we'll cease and desist. Where do you want us to send it to? Of course, they have no interest in claiming $60 and 3 hats, so they leave us alone. I switch over the products and it continues printing, supposedly.
Yeah, that's one hell of a crazy story. And
That's one heck of a crazy confession is what it sounds like.
He's worse than the rappers that be telling on themselves.
Yeah, this is bad. He didn't even make it sound fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least the rappers are like, okay.
Let me see it.
Robbery.
Play some more and
Okay.
see if there's anything else here before
All right.
we move on. This
one thing that I want to tie into is like the way you and other people at that time were running ads is way different from this time. Like the practices that people were running back then probably wouldn't work now, other than like the fundamentals. And do you agree that this is kind of like how music works? Because I've seen, and like shout out to Russ, but like the way he kind of talks.
That's cool. So they go into running ads and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. All right. So what is your impression of this?
Oh, man.
Because you got a little experience in a drop shipping business.
Oh,
big.
man. I did some time drop shipping. I actually drop shipped knockoff Trump hats. But what I did, just to add a little twist, I thought it'd be really funny if people were unironically buying hats that said, "Make America Great Again, comma, again." So, because it was when Trump was running for the second time. So I started drop shipping "Make America Great Again" hats.
You just missed the algorithm.
Yeah, I just missed it.
Those would have hit.
I sold a couple.
You did sell a couple.
Yeah, but then
So
I
there's
lost
somebody with a "Make America Great," "Make
Again.
America Great." What is it? "Make America Great
Make America Great Again.
Again."
So I did that. I sold a couple. Had to shut it down because I lost a client and I didn't have like money to just blow on Facebook ads.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm familiar with the space, and it's a very like, I don't really care about my product. I just want to sell and make money.
Yeah. It comes out very shisty.
It's a little shisty. It's fun.
I think this is the aspect of youth culture that has zero desire to build something that's value and meaningful to people, but is just completely consumed with getting to the bag as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Right? Because at least your thing was funny.
It was kind of a joke.
It was a joke, right?
Yeah.
This man just took someone else's logo
Yeah, he just took the logo and he printed it.
and printed it. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't know what's the conclusion? A lot of these dudes, I guess they just build businesses and their hope is to make some short-term money and then bounce. Like there's no longevity in it.
Right.
So the crazy thought is like, even if it's selling at a mass amount, you can make a couple $100,000 in a few months
Right.
with drop shipping product like that.
Right.
And then you're back to like, oh, I have zero cash flow.
Yeah, drop shipping, Amazon, because there's folks that do Amazon where they buy stuff in China, they get the Amazon warehouses, they ship them,
Yep.
the products, and at a certain rate. And if you time the product right at the right season, like somebody popped off with the little fidget spinners. Remember the fidget spinners,
Yeah.
right? So like you can find the right product at the right season, and then make sure it charts on the Amazon search and make some good money. My thought goes, well, one, Amazon's just going to redo your product if it goes.
Yeah, the Amazon basics.
They're just going to take your stuff and redo it, right?
Yeah.
And if how many businesses have been cannibalized because of that?
Yeah.
Because you're a utility, you're not a brand. You're just a complete commodity, right? Whether I buy the hat from Chance the Rapper or I buy the one that's $5 cheaper from this drop shipping business, you're a complete commodity. You're not a real business.
Yeah.
And two, it's like you're trying to find a shortcut to something that takes a while to really build that's sustainable. And so I never understood this mindset, right? Like I think you're better off figuring out and listening and developing something that could actually help people than like, let me just do a knockoff hat.
It also feels gross.
Yeah.
Like you got caught and then you like lied and then you bragged about it later. Like that's like zero integrity in business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah. So
At least feel bad about it.
the moral of the story, and I don't know what it means that he's a luxury fashion insider. Like I don't know what that means. Does he actually work for a luxury fashion brand? Is he up in Balenciaga's office? Is he at Paris Fashion Week? Like what is this?
He's
what does
an
any of this mean?
insider, so I bet he does like reselling.
Okay,
Knowing him.
Yeah. So here's the thing with all these things. There's a difference between a hustle and a business.
Yeah.
Flipping sneakers is a hustle. It's not a business, unless you have the ability to build a brand around the sneakers that you're reselling. People are coming in to buy the sneakers, and then they're right. You build, you get all the resale shop. You run a thrift store, but then in the thrift store, you actually have your own stuff. Like there's a shop out here. I'm sure you've been here, Zach. Captain Helm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Captain Helms is a resale shop, and they resell nice clothes. But what he does is he sneaks in brands that he has direct relationships
Yep.
with, like Brixton, Stance. And so you're kind of creating this hodgepodge. And if he were to launch his own brand, he probably understands what his audience was. He could drop a denim line, he could drop a jacket line, he
Yeah.
could drop some sort of line that is not the same as the reseller thing, but very similar to that
Aesthetic.
boots, something
Yeah.
like that, right? But the idea of reselling, flipping, scamming, those aren't businesses.
Yeah.
Those are hustles. And you can find a hustle. I mean, you could go and mow people's lawns. You can kill it on Instacart. You can kill it on DoorDash. Like there's a lot of hustles out there, but then it's not the same as a business that is built on an actual problem and need people have that's going to come down to wanting to relieve pain or create immense amounts of pleasure. So they have, I need to relieve pressure, I need pleasure, right? That's what a business does. It solves one of those two that you then provide a solution for that then is bigger than your instant flip,
Yeah.
right? That takes time, and that takes understanding an audience and understanding a market. And I think people trying to shortcut that are really just playing themselves. Now, maybe he learned how to do Facebook ads in the process
Yeah.
or something. Maybe he picked
Started
up some sort of
agency or
skill,
something.
right? But I just think it's such an unnecessary step.
Well, we've had two guys on the podcast in the past week.
Mm-hmm.
One built a $10 million carpet cleaning business.
Follow the opportunity and not the passion.
Boom. And then the other guy, who we just had on today, crushed in some sort of real estate situation, and does real estate investing.
Like real estate arbitrage, real estate
Yeah.
investing.
And he said, echo kind of the same thing. Is like, he called it a platform, but he wasn't talking about social media. Have a platform in which can be with a team. He said a platform with a team that can create cash flow. And that gets you, as Joe Rogan so beautifully coined, in my opinion, FU money, which stands for forget you.
Forget you money.
Money.
Forget you money.
Forget you money. You don't have to worry about people.
Yeah. That's not what it really
Yes, it is. And then just don't say that anywhere else. And so they both said the same thing. It's like, create something that actually is sustainable.
Yep.
And a lot of these side hustles and little things you do online are not sustainable. They're not creating brand, and they're not actually getting you to your next goal.
Yes.
Even if it's short-term cash, a lot of these dudes, like, how many of them are actually investing it into like a real business to build right after that?
Right.
Which I would say is probably maybe the only redeemable aspect of building a quick little flip so they can get some cash to start something.
Yep. And Rick, our guest today, Rick Walker, said that the faster the money comes, the faster it goes for most people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
which is crazy to think about. So the long road is good. The stairs are good. You don't always need to take the elevator. The stairs are good for you. Good conditioning develops perseverance, character, all those things. So, hey, thank you so much for watching that video. Listen, I believe one of the best ways to build any business or any venture is to build your own online presence, specifically through the platform of YouTube. That's what we've been able to do. So if you would like to see a free training put together by our COO, Zach Sparazzo, on the #1 ingredient and the step needed to begin to build your own online platform, make sure to hit the pinned comment below and sign up for our weekly email list, where we'll get that to you right away. And I'll be sending you different emails about lessons I'm learning in real time, doing everything that we're doing here at Kingstream Entertainment. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.